So, hello everyone. My name is Sarkirat, and this is the demo for its Argent project. This project is a GSOC project, and I have just released its beta version 1.0, and you can download the APK from here, and we can go to branch main. And as you can see, I have also updated the documentation with everything related to the features, why I'm using certain packages, how I'm handling everything. Everything is in this GitHub README documentation. And now this will be the demo for the app. I will try to include all the features. Let's do this. So let me hide this one. So these are my two phones. One is this is simulator emulator, and this is uh, my actual device. And as you can see, I have already downloaded the beta release, and now I will also install it on here. By the way, this is the real APK demo, and the backend is also working, all uploaded on Firebase Cloud Functions, Firestore. I have also updated the Firebase plan, given my credit card information, and now everything's working fine. So let me install it also here on the emulator. I'll just drag and drop the APK release. As you can see, it's installed, and we will also open this app here. So I will also blur some parts out, like for example, my phone numbers which I'm using. Uh, but let's see what happens. So this is my real phone, and this is emulator. So let's make account on my real phone first. As you can see, this is the splash screen and this is the welcome screen. It has this nice animation. When we press on get started, it will check for the permissions. We'll give the permissions, and as you can see, notification permissions are already enabled. And but we need to give the do not disturb permissions, which means that this app can override the do not disturb notifications. So how I'm implementing it, I have written in detail on the documentation. I will also explain at the end of this video, or I will make another part that how I'm overriding or how I'm checking whether my app is in the do not disturb mode or not. So if we click on this, this dialog appears, which gives us the nice instructions how we can do this. So this is step 3. This is step 1. First, give notification permissions which are already given. Click on its urgent notification, and then scroll down to give override do not disturb. So if we click on this button, it will directly redirect us to this notification settings of the app. We click on this, and then we scroll down, and then we can just override. Let this notification continue to interrupt when do not disturb is on. Once it's done, we can directly go back here, and now we can choose our country code and add our phone number. For this purpose, this is all running on demo, on real device and with real backend. But as Firebase phone authentication are only 10 SMS free per day, I have added my number for testing purpose, and I have uh, in the Firebase we can set up testing purpose number, and we can set up the OTP ourselves. So if I add my number here, try to sign in with my number, no real OTP will be sent because I have added my number as a test number. Once we confirm this, it will send the OTP. But because I have already added my number as a test user, I can also use the default OTP which I have set in Firebase console. Once we verify, we will be redirected to this profile screen which tells us which number we are using the profile photo. We can open the gallery or camera and change this photo. Let's add a camera image. So let me change. So this is me. So I will just add this photo, and we can update. As you can see, we can either remove or we can also update the photo. We can change the name because I have already made it the account. That's why it's fetching from the Firebase. So how does it work? If user has already created the account, the photo will be fetched, their name will be fetched, and the challenge question will be fetched. I can change it, modify it, or do whatever I want. So let's do what's my pet's name. Let's give it a name, John. with double N. It's all mixed characters. I, I have added this third field as an optional field. I mean, for example, if it's a math question, then the user can give a hint to another user that this is a what is the type of the answer. I mean, it doesn't really make any it is not very necessary, but we will keep it as simple. We can submit it, and we will see our currently this is in app state, but once we click on next, it will upload the data to Firebase, and then we will be logged in to our app. As so when someone is already logged in, they will be redirected to this home screen. This home screen has a couple of things. So first it has this app contacts tab and non-app contacts tab. So the clear distinction is these are the people who has made account, and these are the people who are already in this person's mobile phone. And so how this works is first it fetches the device contacts, then it uh, filter with Firebase accounts that who has made the account, and then those accounts are shown here. And as you can see, these people haven't made, these are my real contacts, and they haven't made account on our app yet, so they are being shown in this separate window. We can directly invite them from the app to download our app. So for example, if I click on this invite, I can select with any app and we can just send it. For example, I'm choosing SMS, and you can see this default message which I have set in my app, which is pointing to my GitHub, this project's GitHub. But anyways, now this is done, and we can also pull to refresh. It will again fetch and then filter, and again we can also do that here also. It will again do the same thing, or we can also do the manual refresh. We can also edit the profile here. We can change the photo. We can change our name. For example, I'm changing my name just to Harkirat. I have already changed the question. This changed, and now from one device we have already done. So this is temporary account on this device. Let's make the again same thing. First welcome screen is shown. Get started. Check for permissions, notification permissions, contacts permission, and we need to manually give the do not disturb permissions. Now again, I'm using another number, which is Indian number. As you can see, the moment I enter the code, it will automatically detect which country, or we can also choose the country, or we can also search for the country. The search functionality is also working. For example, India is already in why it's in blue because it is already selected. But if it's another country, it will be selected. Let's see, for example, +1. +1 is United States. As you can see, it's in blue color, and we can also tap here like, and in any way there are multiple different ways you can select the country. The most simpler is that you already know the country code for your country, and then the mobile number. Again, this is my personal mobile number. I will hide it, and also I have also added this number also as a test number on Firebase console. So no real OTP will be sent to this number. Only I can use the default OTP which is set in the Firebase console. As you can see, again the same process. Now I need to verify, and as you can see, it is fetching the details because this is not a new user. This user has already made an account, and it is fetching the details. We can change it, modify it. As you can see, it also has this question: what is my pet's name? Let's change the question to what is 2 plus 2 minus 4, and we can add the answer here is 0. This time we will give a hint that the answer is all numbers. I mean, 0 can be written as ZERO or the number 0. So to help our sender, we can also give this hint. We can submit. Once we can this, we can also change the picture. Let's select any picture from the gallery. As this is emulated, the gallery is empty. We can click the camera, and we can, let's go to the back side, and let's use this image to show that this is also working. Next, once it's uploading, we can. Now, as you can see here, I'm this app is showing data here as, and this my real device is showing. So there is a little bug here, which I have also mentioned in the uh, GitHub documentation, that if you add your own contact into the device contacts, then it will also filter out that. For example, if you open this contacts list, I have only added I have only added this device's mobile number in this one. So as you can see, this is my number. I will probably blur it, but it is +61, which is my Australian number. And I can't open this device's contact list because it's my personal phone. So if I also add my number here, for example, this device's number, it will also start showing up. We, that's how I will also show the feature that, as you can see, these two contacts. And if we go to the app and we refresh it, as you can see, it's showing again. And if we go to non-app contacts, because there's only two numbers and those two numbers are already added, already has made the account, so they both are showing in app contacts tab. Now we can delete ourselves from there, and you can see if we refresh here, it will only show here. Now let's also add a third scenario, when just to add a random number which doesn't have account here on our app. Create new account. Let's give it a name, Harry Potter. Save. Now if I go here and if I refresh, the app contact is same, but if we go here, we can see that Harry Potter is showing that this account hasn't added any, hasn't made any account yet on our app. So now let's test the main thing. I will first switch off my DND mode, and both the DND modes are off. Now first, the normal scenario is when the user is not in DND mode. So I will click on this, and in just 2-3 seconds the notification will show here. As you can see, i'm I'm getting notification that Sargun Kaur is sending me an urgent notification, please call them. If I click on, I'll just redirect to the app, and as a sender device, I will get a notification that your notification to Harkirat has been sent successfully, they will call you soon. Again, now let's test an other way around. I will tap here Sargun Kaur, and now this device will send notification here. As you can see, the notification is coming here. Kirat Singh is sending you another notification, please call them. And you will see here that your notification Sargun Kaur has been sent successfully. So this was the normal scenario. What's the second scenario? For example, if I switch on do not disturb mode here, how it will work. Now let's test. Now I should get a challenge that I get notified that Arkira Singh is in DND mode. Please try again later. Or we can answer the challenge. We can either cancel or try again later, or we can also answer. So what is my pet's name? We You remember we changed it from Appa to Johnny. Now first try Appa. Does it send? It will give error that this is a incorrect answer. Now we will enter the correct name. It's still wrong. Now it's correct. Now we can see that our notification has even bypassed the DND mode, which I have. And we also get that your notification has been sent successfully. Now let's do for this device also. I will start the DND mode here. As you can see, DND mode is on. Now I will send notification to here. I should get a challenge which Sargun has set. So what is 2 plus 2 minus 4? And you can see it also given me answer type is, so answer is 0, but person can get confused, is ZDR or 0. So let's type 0 and we can send notification. As you can see, it has bypassed. So this was the main features of the app, that they can send directly the message, or if they are in DND mode, they should be presented with a challenge, and a challenge that the receiver can set, like we have set the challenge earlier. And now once we solves the challenge, we can bypass the DND mode. A couple of things I want to mention here, that for example, if there is a no contact, if it is a new phone, for example, and if I even delete all the contacts from here, let me delete all the contacts. That for example, I delete this one also, and I delete this one also. What will happen if I refresh? It will say no contacts found because there's no contact found on the device. And similarly, we can do here also, but this is my real phone and I have more than 120 contacts. So we will create a contact. Again, I will blur my number. And once we do this, we refresh here and we can see it start popping up again that this user has, and we can send again the notification again. And as you can see, your notification too has been sent, and I have also received the notification. And now let's also test how the logout functionality working. Let's log out from here first. As you can see, once we log out, we get redirected to the authentication screen, and we can also log out here, and we can also make this demo more longer, and we can switch the accounts, etc., etc., all these things. But this was the demo.